Yes, students, good morning. And now today we are going to continue with part 4 of our video lectures, that is fluid mechanics, or you can say that mechanical properties of fluids. And till previous video we had discussed about the Pascal's law and various applications of Pascal's law we had discussed, and one numerical based on the Pascal's law we had done in part 3 of the video lecture. Now the next numerical based on the Pascal's law or gauge pressure is in front of you. Look at the numerical. At the depth of 1000 meter in an ocean. Okay, students. So depth is given, h is equal to 1000 meter. It is given in the question. What is the absolute pressure? You have to calculate P. You know that absolute pressure P is equal to atmospheric plus pressure plus rho g h. Okay, so first of all you have to calculate the value of P. What is the absolute pressure? Then you have to calculate gauge pressure, and after that find the force acting on the window of area 20 centimeter into 20 centimeter of a submarine at this depth. A submarine is inside the sea water, the interior of which is maintained at the sea level atmospheric pressure. The interior of which is maintained at sea level atmospheric pressure means whatever the pressure inside the submarine is maintained at a pressure of atmospheric pressure Pa. So density it is given, density of sea water it is given. So rho is equal to 1.03 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. Rho it is given. Then applying the formula P is equal to Pa plus, applying the formula P is equal to Pa plus rho gh and putting the values. Pa it is given, the value of atmospheric pressure 1.03 into 10 to the power 5 Newton meter square. 1.01 plus density 1.03 into 10 to the power 3. It is given the value of 10, g is 10 and height h is 1000 meter. This is all about the absolute pressure, that is Pascal. And now calculating the value, it will become what? 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 plus 1.03 into 10 to the power 4 into 10 to the power 7 Pascal. Now if we are going to take 10 to the power 5 common, 1.01 into 103.00 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. And now it will be equal to what? 104.01 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal, and it can be written as approximately 104 atmospheric pressure, because 1 atmospheric pressure is what? 1 atmospheric pressure Pa is equal to 1 atmospheric pressure Pa is equal to 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. So 104.01 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal is equal to 1 atm. 1 atm is equal to 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. So here we can write it as 104 atm. Now we have to calculate the gauge pressure. Second one is, this is the solution for first. Second thing is find the value of gauge pressure. So second one is gauge pressure, and this gauge pressure can be written as P minus PA. Gauge pressure is equal to P minus PA. So we had calculated the value of P is equal to 104 atm. 104 atm minus PA. PA is the atmospheric pressure and its value is 1 atm. 1 atm. PA is the atmospheric pressure which is exerted on the surface of the liquid. So it is equal to atmospheric pressure, and it is equal to 104 minus, that is equal to 103 atm. So gauge pressure is equal to 103 atm. Now it is given that the third part, both the parts, the third part is given, find the force acting on the window. So first of all, calculate the area of the window. Look at here, I am doing here the third part. Area of the window is given, that is area is equal to 20 centimeter into 20 centimeter, and you can write it as 0.2 meter into 0.2 meter, and this is equal to 0.04 meter square. So area is equal to what? Area is equal to 0.04 meter square. So net pressure acting on the window is the gauge pressure, because the interior of which is maintained at the sea level atmospheric pressure. Sea level atmospheric pressure, and sea level atmospheric pressure is what? Gauge pressure. So PG is equal to force upon area, and we have to find out the force acting. So force is equal to PG into area, and PG is given what? PG we had calculated gauge pressure. PG you had calculated 103 atm. So it is equal to 103 into 10 to the power 5 into 10 into 10 into area 0.04 meter square. And on solving this thing, you will get the value is 4.12 into 10 to the power 5 Newton. 4.12 into 10 to the power 5 Newton. This is the force which is experienced by, the windows of the submarine which is dipped inside the liquid. Whatever the force experienced by the windows of the submarine which is dipped inside the seawater, that pressure is equal to, F is equal to 4.12 into 10 to the power 5 Newton. This is the gauge pressure you had calculated, and this is the absolute pressure we had calculated. Now dear students, moving on the next numerical. Yes students, look at here, there is another numerical question, and in this question it is given that there are two syringes. There is syringe through which injection is given. So two syringes of different cross-sectional area without needles. Needles are not there. Filled with water. Both are filled with water. Both the syringes are connected with a tightly fitted. This, look at here. It is the syringe first and it is connected with the rubber tube with another syringe. The diameter of smaller and larger pistons are 1 centimeter and 3 centimeter respectively. If its diameter is 1 centimeter, then its diameter will be 3 centimeter. Find the force exerted by the larger piston when the force of 10 Newton is applied on the smaller piston. If a force is applied, so that is, this question is based on the transmission of pressure which we had studied in Pascal's law, and you know that the pressure is transmitted undiminished throughout the liquid according to the Pascal's law. So the same formula we will apply. So A1 is equal to pi d1 upon 2 whole square, and it is equal to pi d1 it is given that 1 upon 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 whole square. This is the value of A1, and A2 is equal to pi d2 upon 2 whole square, and this is equal to pi 3 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 whole square. Okay students, now according to the transmission of pressure, so pressure is transmitted undiminished through water. Pressure is transmitted undiminished pressure is transmitted undiminished through water. So F2 is equal to A2 upon A1 into F1. F2 is equal to what? F2 is equal to, because F2 upon F1 is equal to A2 upon A1. So F2 is equal to A2 upon A1 into F1. So A2, the value of A2 is what? Pi 3 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 whole square upon pi 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 whole square. Pi to pi cancel out, and it will become what? It will become 9 upon 4 into 10 to the power minus 4 upon 1 upon 4 into 10 to the power minus 4. This will be cancelled out, 4 to 4 cancel out, and it will be equal to 9 into F1. Means whatever the force you had applied on the smaller section, that force gets 9 times. So 10 Newton, force of 10 Newton is applied. So F2 is equal to what? F2 is equal to 9 into 10, that is equal to 90 Newton. Means a force of 90 Newton is experienced by the larger piston if a 10 Newton force is applied at this smaller piston. Now look at the second part of the question. This is simply formula based, I had solved it. Now look at the second part. Second part. If the smaller piston is pushed through 6 centimeter, how much to, now here a smaller piston is pushed through 6 centimeter. So whatever the volume covered by the smaller piston, the same volume is lifted by the larger piston. So in second part, volume covered by a smaller piston that is equal to volume covered by larger piston. Now dear students, the length of the piston you have to know here. L1 A1 is equal to L2 A2. L1 A1 is equal to L2 A2 because it is given pushed through 6 centimeter. If the smaller piston is pushed through 6 centimeter, so means L1, the value of L1 is given. L1 is 6 centimeter, it is given. So for calculating the volume, what we will do? Length L1 into cross sectional area. So L1 into A1 is equal to L2 into A2. L1 A1 is equal to L2 A2, and we have to calculate the value of L2. So L2 is what? L2 is equal to L1 into A1 upon A2, and L1 is what? L1, it is given that 6 centimeter. 6 centimeter means 6 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter into A1. A1 is what? A1 is area. We had calculated the area, that is equal to 1 upon 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter square upon 3 upon 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter square. Okay dear students, so to calculating it, you will get 0.67 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. L2 is equal to 0.67 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter, or you can write it as 0.67 meter. Okay, so if it is displacing through 6 centimeter, then the piston of having larger cross sectional area will be lifted by 0.67 centimeter. So these are about the numericals based on the Pascal's law, and based on the Pascal's law, as well as the stress. These are the numericals which are based on Pascal's law, as well as we had discussed the numericals which are also based on the gauge pressure and atmospheric pressure. These numericals we had discussed. Now the next topic we are going to discuss, that is surface tension and surface energy. Now hello dear students, we are going to discuss the next most interesting topic related to the fluid mechanics, that is fluid at rest. We are studying hydrostatics, that is fluid at rest. So there is another very interesting property of the liquid for the fluid which is at rest, and that property is called as surface tension. Surface tension. Now dear students, what is the meaning of surface tension? As it is clear from the name, surface tension means force experienced. Tension is the force, you know that about that, ki tension is the force. The force experienced by the surface of the liquid. whatever the force experienced by the surface of the liquid, that force is called as surface tension. Now, there is a question in your mind, sir, from where this force come? From where this force arises? So look at here, students. I want to explain you that suppose there is a container and inside the container liquid is placed. If inside the container liquid is placed, then you had studied about two type of forces, that is cohesive force and adhesive force. Now, cohesive force is that type of force, students, in which the liquid particles, cohesive force between same molecules, and adhesive force between different molecules. Means whatever the force which is experienced by the liquid particles, whatever the force experienced by the liquid particles of the liquid, that is called as cohesive force, and whatever the force experienced by the liquid particle and the surface of the vessel, that is called as adhesive force. So due to the effect of these two forces, the extra energy is provided to the liquid. The extra energy is given to the liquid. Extra energy is provided, that is called potential energy. Extra potential energy is provided to the liquid, and due to this extra potential energy, by the help of this extra potential energy, the liquid particles tries to maintain its lowest energy state. Liquid tries to maintain its lowest energy state. Means by the help of this energy, the liquid tries to maintain its lowest energy state, and while maintaining the lowest energy state, the shape of the liquid is curved. You had observed this type of shape of the liquid. Means they try to maintain its spherical shape, and as you know that when a body tries to maintain its spherical shape, then it has its lowest energy state, and each and every body in this universe tries to maintain its lower energy state. As you know that you all tries to remain ourselves in our lower energy state. So liquid particles also tries to maintain itself into its lower energy state, and that force is provided by the cohesive and adhesive force between due to the inter and intramolecular forces. And so these forces give rise to the surface tension. Now, what is the concept of surface tension? As you know that steel is, or you can say that a needle made of steel is more denser than a needle made of steel is more denser than water. A needle made up of steel is more denser than water, but due to the surface tension of the liquid, you make that steel needle to be floated over the surface of the water. If the surface tension of the water is made so large, then it is possible that that needle can made to be float over the surface of the water. So surface tension is the property, suppose there are 2 points on the surfaces we had drawn. There are 2 points AB and we had joined it with a line of length L. We had joined it with a line of length L. Then whatever the perpendicular forces acting on this liquid, on this line, means perpendicular, the molecules at this line, whatever the molecules at this line, they are experiencing whatever the forces, that force is directly proportional to the length. So we can say that F is directly proportional to the length, and on replacing it, it can be given as F is equal to S upon L, or S is the constant for a given liquid and it is called as force per unit length. So surface tension for a particular liquid is defined as force per unit length. It can be defined as force per unit length. So surface tension for a particular liquid is defined as force per unit length. So in nutshell, I am giving you the brief idea about the surface tension. Suppose there is a liquid inside the container, then various inter and intramolecular forces. Intermolecular forces, that is cohesive force which is acting between the particles of the liquid, and intramolecular force, the particles of liquid exerting on the vessel in which the liquid is placed. And due to these forces, some extra energy is provided to the liquid, and due to that extra energy, the liquid tries to maintain its lowest energy state by maintaining a certain shape. And that force per unit length, whatever the force is, if you draw a line, a straight line, and the particles over that straight line, they are experiencing the force, that force per unit length is called as surface tension. This is about the surface tension. So surface tension can be defined as the force acting per unit length of an imaginary line drawn on the liquid surface, and the direction of force will be perpendicular to this line and tangential to the surface.